It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see teams who have been division rivals since 1961. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Dak Prescott and Dallas taking the field for their first possession. Dak now in his 7th season in charge of the Cowboys, 2-time Pro Bowler.
And not only was it great to see Dak Prescott make his return in 2021, it was even better to see him playing the best ball of his career. He didn't lead Dallas to just a division title and its best record in 6 years. Dallas also led the league. Points, the first time it has led in both since 1971.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They go to Elliott again. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
From the 39, rush. And he rifles one incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. 3rd down here. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him here. What a start to the ball game. It's 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now, for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his third season, Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts got the green light as a starter from the Philly organization and took really good steps as the next in line of mobile quarterbacks in the city, following names like Michael Vick, Donovan McNabb, and Randall Cunningham. He led the team in all quarterbacks in the NFL in rushing, and he took Philadelphia to the postseason while throwing for over 3,000 yards.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of people thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a second down run with Sanders. Oh, he sheds it as Sanders has it poked free. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Still going. The 20. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Marr now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now back to work from Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
It's a handoff to Sanders. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They'll run with Scott, dancing away at the 35. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Throws this one right side to Pascal. On the move past the 40. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Sanders again. But he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Hurts. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack. And now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Rush. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Inside give to Elliott. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They keep on the ground with Elliott. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 81 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Throwing here, Rush. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll run it with Elliott. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers, let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
Now rush. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Marr on for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. On first down, Hurts. Middle of the field, he finds Pascal. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing again on second down. Hurts eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
It's hard to be surprised in the miss there with the way this first half has gone. Here they were hoping to get some sort of momentum to carry them into the locker room, but even this doesn't pan out.
Let's go. Let's go right here.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Cowboys. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they did even less on the ground as they've struggled to get the run game going. Both these teams making their final halftime adjustments. We're just about ready to get back to football. So for the call of the second half, we get back up to Philadelphia and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, no question. He got to the QB late, CD, and that's going to get a flag every time.
Every single time. Because let's face it, the league is always going to have an emphasis on these calls. They want to take care of these quarterbacks who are in vulnerable positions when they're passing the football.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here comes Sanders on the toss right. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
An unfortunate distinction for Sanders last season. He had the most yards, 754 of any back in the league, to not score a touchdown. He's still the guy in Philly, though, and he'll get back to scoring this season. Plenty of work available for him in the league's top rushing offense from a year ago.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Hurts. And his throw here is incomplete. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
Hurts thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
106 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Rush. It's tipped, but it doesn't matter. He still catches it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play. A first down carry by Elliott. Down to about the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 45 on second down. Rush. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On second and 7, Rush. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. To throw is Rush. That's Gallup on the slant. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the fourth. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Cowboys on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be third and 5. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Give him the third down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. On the carry, this is Scott. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. Throwing on second and 8. Hurts. It's caught by Sanders. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And Pascal's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there of 22. Sanders toss left side. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 86 yards on the ground for him so far. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 2, Hurts. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. They can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.